अवदातौ सङ्कीर्तनैक पितरौ कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ युगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ नमस्त्रिकालसत्याय जगन्नाथ सुताय च सभृत्याय सुपुत्राय सकलत्राय ते नमः। अवतीर्णौ सकारुण्यौ परिचिन्नौ सद्ईश्वरौ श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यनित्यानन्दौ द्वौ भ्रात्रौ भजे। स जयति विशुद्धविक्रमः कनकावः कमलायते क्षणः वरजानुबिलं विषणभुजो बहुधा भक्तिरसाभिनर्तकः। जयति जयति देवः कृष्णचैतन्यचन्द्रो जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्या पवित्रा जयति जयति भृत्यास्तस्य विश्वेशमूर्ते जयति जयति नित्यं तस्य सर्वप्रियाणाम्। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So Narad Muni is glorifying Anantadeva with his tamburu, that is also known as Veena. Another one meaning of tamburu is the name of Gandharva. So when in the assembly of his father Brahma, Narada is composing beautiful songs for Anantadeva in praise of Anantadeva, the same songs are sung by tamburu. 33rd verse. The 5 verses in Bhagavatam are speaking about the glorification of Anantadeva that has been given. उत्पत्ति स्थितिलय हेतवो अस्यः कल्पाः सत्त्वाद्यः प्रकृतिगुणा यद् ईक्षयानम् ईक्षयासं यद् रूपं ध्रुवमकृतं यद् एकम् आत्मनो नानाधात कथं मोह वेदस्य वर्त्मा. So this is the verse from 5.25. There are 5 verses 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So these 5 verses, this 5th canto, 25th chapter, 9th onwards to 13th verse, glorification of Balaram has been sung by Sukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. The qualities of Sankarshana, which has been described by Narad Muni, has again been sung by Sukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit. The meaning of this verse is by his glance, the Supreme Personality of Godhead enables the modes of material nature to act as the causes of universal creation, maintenance, and destruction. The Supreme Soul is unlimited and beginless, and although he is one, the Super Soul is unlimited and beginless, and although he is one, he has manifested himself in many forms. How can human society understand the ways of the Supreme? So for this maintenance, creation, destruction, so that has been given here. Utpatti means creation. Stitaha, that means maintenance. Pralaya, that is destruction. For all these purposes, Lord has expanded himself into many forms. So it is not so easy to understand the activities of Krishna in his different forms. Murtimnah Urukripaya Bhabhar Sattvam Samshuddham Sadasad Idam Vibhati Tatra Yallilam Mrugapatir Adade Avanava Anavadyam Adatum Swajanamanam Si Udaraviryaha. So how this whole subtle gross matter, how it emanates, that has been explained here. It already exists within the Supreme Personality of Godhead, subtle matter, gross matter, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Subtle matter, you have mind, intelligence, false ego. Everything is existing within the Lord. Out of causeless mercy towards his devotees, he exhibits various forms, which are all transcendental. The Supreme Lord is most liberal and he possesses all mystic power. To conquer the minds of his devotees and give pleasure to their hearts, he appears in different incarnations and manifests many pastimes. We have in Brahma Samhita also Leela. Leela. Why Leela is when Jayatya Jasram. When there is a Jai in the Leela, the devotees have pleasure. When Krishna conquers the demons, Balaram conquers the demons. The devotees, they get the pleasure. In his commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, known as Krama Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami says, the word Mrugapati refers to Lord Varahadeva, who performed the pastime of lifting the earth. So Lord has appeared as Varaha, lifted the earth. From this statement, the glories of Anantadeva are further enhanced. Sridhar Swami explains in his Bhavarth Deepika commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, those who are approached for some purpose are called Mruga or wish fulfilling demigods. Their pati is their master, and he is the master of the demigods. So Mrugapati has been defined as Varahadeva because here it is Mrugapati has been given. So Mrugapati has been defined as Varahadeva, Mruga, Yad Leela, Mrugapatir, Adade, Anavadyam. Mrugapati also refers to Mruga, also refers to demigods. Pati refers to the master. So Lord has been defined here. So here again, Varahadeva, all the incarnations are emanating from Balaram only. So that is how Anantadeva, Asankarshana, Balarama has been glorified. यन्नामश्रुतम् अनुकीर्तयेद् अकस्माद् आर्तो वा यदि पतितः प्रलम्भनाद् वा हन्ति अम्हः सपदि नृणाम् अशेषम् अन्यम् कं शेषाद् भगवतः आश्रयेण मुमुक्षः. It is said, even if he be distressed or degraded, any person who chants the holy name of the Lord, having heard it from a bona fide spiritual master, is immediately purified. So sometimes, without knowing the glories, one may disregard Balara. But then, hearing the words of the spiritual master, chanting the holy name, then that person is immediately purified. Then, even if he chants the holy names jokingly or by chance, he and anyone who hears him are freed from all sins. The power of the holy name. Even if it is jokingly chanted, still he is freed. Therefore, how can anyone seeking disentanglement from the material clutches avoid chanting the holy name of Shesha? Of whom else should one take shelter? So that has been given. So Harinam has been given by the spiritual master. Adi Guru is Balaram himself. If somebody doesn't understand the glories of Balaram but takes up to the process of chanting the holy name by hearing to the spiritual master, he is immediately freed from all sinful reactions. And also it is said, even if somebody is jokingly chanting, jokingly or by chance, like called somebody, hey Narayana, come here. So he just by chance, sometimes jokingly see Hare Krishna people, how they wear the clothes. They are all always in the dhoti kurta. They have shaven head. So in this way, somebody may criticize or joke on them, but still they are freed from all the sins because Harinam is so powerful. Murdhani arpitam anuvat sahasramurdhanu भूगोलं सगेदि सरित समुद्रसत्त्वम् आनन्तयद् आनन्तयाद् अनिमित विक्रमस्य भूम्नः को वीर्याणि अधि गुणयेत सहस्रजीवः. Lord is unlimited, so his power is also unlimited. Very difficult to estimate his power. Bhugolam, the entire universe, the mountains, Sagiri, Saritaha, there is river, Samudraha, ocean, trees, and all living entities is resting just like an atom on one of his many thousands of hoods. Sahasra Jivaha, Everybody is resting where? On his Ananta, one of his hoods. Ananta hoods are there in one hood. So it is said the how much weight he feels is just like an atom for him. Is there anyone even with thousands of tongues who can describe his glories? Now he finds his thousand hoods or thousand tongues less to glorify the glories of Krishna. Because Krishna is Ananta, Krishna's fame is also Ananta, Krishna's Leelas is also Ananta. Ananta finds himself also less, by his mouths are less to glorify uh, Krishna's Leelas. Now to glorify Ananta, how many how many tongues are required then? That has been given. Evam Prabhavo. So in the purport, in his Kramasandarbha commentary on the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhu says that the form, because the form of the Lord is immeasurable, the universe naturally appears small in comparison with him. Evam Prabhavo Bhagavan Ananto Durantaviryoru Kulanubhavaha Mule Rasaya Sthita Atma Tantro Yorilaya Kshamam Sthitaye Bhibharti. So this is the fifth verse glorifying Ananta in fifth canto, 25th chapter. There is no end to the great and the glorious qualities of the powerful Anantadeva. Indeed, his prowess is unlimited. Though self-sufficient, he himself is the support of everything. He resides beneath the lower planetary systems and easily sustains the entire universe. In this way, he becomes a substratum and is sustaining the entire universe. Next, 58th verse. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sattvadiyataguna Yandra Drishti Pate Haya Yaya Punaha Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sattvadi. Srishti, just by his glance, what is he doing? Drishtipate, just by his, due to the glance of Ananta, all these three material modes of nature interact. And then that becomes a cause of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. These modes of nature appear again and again. Thus, this and the following words are Bengali translations of Srimad Bhagavatam 5.25.9, which is quoted as verse 53 of this chapter. The word Drishtipate means by his glance. The word Haya Aya indicate that by his glance the ability of creation, maintenance, and annihilation are made possible. In the Chaitanya Chaitamrita Adi 5.46, it is stated, Sankarshana is the original shelter of the Purusha, from whom this world is created and in whom it is resolved. They will say, then who is Karunadaksha Vishnu? He is the same Ananta. He glances over the Mahatattva, Karunadaksha Vishnu. Shambhu is also Vishnu Tattva, expansion of Sankarshana. He takes Sadashiva. Sadashiva is also expansion of Sankarshana. Sadashiva takes a form of Shambhu. And in this way, the glancing of Karadaksha Vishnu, the Jiva Shakti, Kala Shakti, they are infused in this Mahatattva. Now Shambhu appears and the whole creation happens. Adivitiya Rupaha Satyanadi Mahatva Tathapi Anantahaya He Bhuje Se Sattvaha. The Lord is glorified as one without a second and as a supreme truth who has no beginning. Therefore, he is called Anantadeva, unlimited. Who can understand his ways? The word advitiya means without a second or devoid of maya, fearless or, or absolute truth. The word satya means dhruva, the unchanging or supreme truth. The word anadi means the original or beginless or unborn. The word tattva in this word means vartma or path. So advitiya rupaha, one without a second. Now, my body and I are different. So we are different from the body. But Lord's body and Lord is the same person. Advaitam Achyutapanadimananta Rupam. You see, in Brahma Samhita also same thing has been told. Advitiya Advaitam. And then Satya Anadi, Anadi. He is unlimited. And Satya Anadi Mahat Tattva. So he is the supreme truth that has been given. Mahat Tattva here refers to his absolute truth. Tathapi Anantahaya. He is Ananta. Ke bhuje se tattva, it is not so easy to understand the truth, and also it is not so easy to follow his path. Shuddha sattva murti prabhu धरेन करुणाय ये विग्रहे सबार प्रकाश सुलीलाय शुद्ध सत्व murti. So Balaram is the Shuddha Sattva Murti. And Dharena Karunaya is full of mercy. Ye Vigraha Sabara Prakasha Sulilaya. So how is he appearing? He appears here and performs various pastimes. This and the following words are Bengali translations of Srimad Bhagavatam 5.25.10, which appears in this chapter on verse 54. Now, just now we saw 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. The 5 verses from 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, same thing has been given in Bengali now. Translation has been given. The Bhagavatam verse 5.25.10, just now what we read in 54th verse, it has been described here. The word Shuddha Sattva in this verse refers to Balaram, who is a predominating deity of Sandhini energy, which is one of the internal potencies. So Lord has 3 potencies: internal, marginal, and external. Within that internal energy, that is Antaranga Shakti of Krishna, then marginal is Jiva Shakti, that is Shakti, and Bahiranga Shakti is external Shakti, that is this Jada Brahman, whatever matter we find around, that is all external energy. The predominating deity of external energy is Durga herself. Now, within the internal energy, you have 3 parts: Sandhini, Sambit, and Hiladini. Sandhini is the holding potency or the paraphernalia which has been given. Sandhini, whatever required for the ingredients required in the spiritual world, like Lord wants to sleep, the Lord wants to play. So all those things, paraphernalia required, that is Sandhini. So Sandhini Shakti is Balaram himself. Samvit, the knowledge potency of Lord. Sometimes Lord is referred to as Samvit Shakti. At the same time, sometimes Balaram is also referred to as Samvit Shakti. Hiladini Shakti, pleasure potency of Krishna, is Srimati Radharani. Now Sandhini, who is the predominating deity of Sandhini Shakti, that is Balaram. Sandhini, which is one of the 3 internal potencies. All the ingredients of the spiritual world emanate from Balaram. In other words, Shuddha Sattva or pure goodness, which is beyond the 3 modes of material nature, emanates from him. Shuddha Sattva. What is prevailing in this world is Satoguna. Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Even this Satoguna also binds a person. But there is something known as Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva is even transcendental to the Satoguna of this material world. So all the Vishnu forms are his plenary portions or portions of his plenary portions. And they are all forms of pure goodness. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 4.3.23, Lord Shiva speaks to Vasudeva. Sorry, Lord Shiva speaks to Sati as follows. I'm always engaged in offering prayers to Lord Vasudeva in pure Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness, in which the Supreme Lord known as Vasudeva is revealed without any covering. So Lord Shiva is telling to Sati that I am always engrossed in worshipping Lord. So that is why Lord Shiva is called as the greatest Vaishnava. In their commentaries on this verse, Srila Jiva Goswami says the word Vishuddha, Vishuddha Sattvam Vasudeva Shaptitam. When you say Vasudeva, there are three meanings for Vasudeva. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanvan Mam Prapadate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. So when you say Vasudeva, the first meaning of word Vasudeva is Vishuddha Sattam Vasudeva Shabditam. Vishuddha Sattvam, completely pure. Vishuddha Sattva, Vishesha Rupena Shuddha. And that is Vasudeva. All his expansions are also having that Shuddha Sattva. Another meaning of Vasudeva is Basatiti Sarvatra Vasudeva, one who is residing in everyone's heart. Basatiti Sarvatra Vasudeva. Sarvamiti Vasati Vasudeva, Brahman. Lord is present everywhere. Or everything is resting upon Lord. Sarvam iti vasati Vasudeva. The word Vishuddha indicates a complete absence of material influence because of being sheltered by the Lord's Sarupa Shakti. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says the word Vishuddha indicates that it is spiritual, being composed of Chit Shakti. Sridhar Swami says Sattva refers to the consciousness to the level of pure Atma. In his commentary on Srimad Bhagavata 1.2.24, he says Sattva refers to direct perception of Brahman. And in his commentary on the words Vishuddham Sattvam Urjitam from the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.3, he says Vishuddha indicates untouched by the gunas, and Urjitam means unsurpassed, untouched by the gunas, and Urjitam means unsurpassed. In his Sri Bhagavata Tatparya, Sri Madhvacharya says Sattva refers to the possession of saintly qualities, strength, attractive forms. In his Matsya Purana, it is stated Sattva refers to the totality of all strength and knowledge. Another name of Shuddha Sattva is Vasudeva. One who appears in that state is called Vasudeva. Now see how much meaning has been given, how many meanings for Vishuddha. According to Jiva Goswami, what it is? There is no presence of any material influence. That is Vishuddha. And also Sarupa Shakti. This state is, Vishuddha state is sheltered by Lord's Swarupa Shakti. And what is Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur saying? It is full of knowledge, Chit Shakti. Sridhar Swami, he says, is the consciousness. That Sattva is nothing but our consciousness, pure Sattva, by which one can see the Brahman. Well, who is the Brahman? Krishna. Krishna is the Shrota of all the Brahman. So in this way, different commentaries have been given for the word Vishuddha Sattva. It is said Shuddha Sattva is Vasudeva, then Vishuddha Sattva is Shuddha Sattva. And one who is appearing in that state is Vasudeva. Vishuddha Sattva is Vasudeva, and who is appearing in this state is Vasudeva. It is stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 4.64-65. The essential portion of the Sandhini potency is Shuddha Sattva, the existence. So Sandhini means the very existence. How is it existence? Vishuddha Sattvam, that is an existence, completely pure. Lord's existence rests upon it. In Krishna's mother, father, abode, house, bedding, seats, and so on are all transformations of Shuddha Sattva. Again, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 5.43, 44, 48, it is stated, our variety of the pastimes of the supreme energy is described as One variety of the past tense of the spiritual energy is described as pure goodness, Vishuddha Sattva. It comprises all the abodes of Vaikuntha. The six attributes are all spiritual. Know for certain that they are all manifestations of the opulence of Sankarshan. That Sankarshan, who is transcendental, pure goodness, is a partial expansion of Nityananda Balaram. So here Vishuddha Sattva has been glorified. So what is it, Vishuddha Sattva? Hmm? That is one variety of the supreme energy. Lord has multifarious energies. In that one energy is Vishuddha Sattva. And what it has at Vishuddha Sattva, just one energy contains all the abodes of Vaikuntha. That one energy is holding all the abodes of Vaikuntha. That means Vaikuntha is nothing but it is Vishuddha Sattva. And it has all the six qualities in full. This Vishuddha Sattva, which is one of the energy of Lord, is having all the six qualities. ऐश्वर्य समाग्रस्य वीर्यस्य यशस्य श्रिय ज्ञान वैराग्यश्चैव शरणं भगवतीञ्जन. Lord is all beautiful, Lord is all knowledgeable, Lord is all strength, Lord is all renounced, Lord is all famous. So in this Lord is all knowledgeable. So in this way, all this is present in this Vishuddha Sattva. So know for certain that they are all manifestations of the opulence of Sankarshan. That Sankarshan, who is transcendental pure goodness, is a partial expansion of Nityananda Balaram. Now, Murti, Vigraha, these both words are synonymous. Both mean form. Vigraha, Murti. All the forms of Lord Vishnu are naturally eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, and purely spiritual. His name, form, qualities, associates, and pastimes are all transcendental. He is factually not impersonal or devoid of spiritual variegatedness. A condemned soul who is averse to the Lord cannot comprehend the Lord with his imagination born of mental speculation, which is a product of material qualities and faults. The Lord is adhokshaja, or beyond material conception, and the living entities are also transcendental and superior to material nature. Now, in this paragraph, Vigraha Murti has been described. Shuddha Sattvaha Murti Prabhu Dharena Karunaya Ye Vigraha Sabara Prakasha Surilaya. So, what is Murti? Murti is only Vigraha. What is the meaning of Vigraha? The form of Lord. So, Lord can appear in different forms. Lord has appeared as a Archa Vigraha form before us. So, Archa Vigraha can be made of different uh, metals or wood, Daru Brahman. But the potency of Archa Vigraha is the same, Lord's pure transcendental form. So that is why when you come before Archa Vigraha, then you say about what about the photo? Photo is again the representation of the Archa Vigraha. So the moment you come before Lord, first thing you have to do is Dandavat Pranam, because Lord is a person. Now a conditioned soul, he cannot appreciate. Lord eats, he thinks, no, this Murti Puja is only for those who are very weak-minded or very sentimentalist. No. Murti Puja, Vigraha Puja, Acha Vigraha Sevanam is an opportunity given for the conditioned soul to come out of this conditioning and attain that constitutional position as servant of Lord. So Lord is Adhokshaja. Adhokshaja means one who is beyond this material conception. Now just see Lord Adhokshaja, but still he is taking service from us. Our body is made up of Malamutra, but still we get the opportunity to serve Lord. That itself we can understand the mercy of Lord. That is why he is allowing us to serve him. Though he is Adhokshaja, he is allowing us to serve him. So in this way, the word Sabara in this verse refers to material and spiritual world. In other words, of this material world, which is a mixture of cause and effect, and of the spiritual worlds, including all Vishnu Tattvas. So even soul is also transcendental. Soul is also coming in the internal potency only, though marginal potency, but the nature is it is superior energy. It is not inferior energy. It is superior energy. It can release that internal potency only when it is inclined in devotion. The same marginal potency, Jiva Shakti, when carried away by its false ego, identifies with the matter, then goes towards external energy. That is why Jiva Shakti comes in between. By proper training by the spiritual master, it can release and it can enter the internal potency, but not trained and by its false ego and false identification, it can drag itself to external potency. The word savara, that is material and spiritual world. In other words, of this material world, which is a mixture of cause and effect, and of the spiritual world, including all Vishnu Tattvas. Sulilaya, that means natural, by the influence of wonderful pastimes. यानहार तरंग शिखी सिंह महाबली निज जन मनोरंजे hana kutahali kutahali. So how is Balaram? Balaram is very, very powerful. And he likes to please his associates and devotees with waves of pastimes. So he's performing the pastimes to please his devotees. So word taranga. Taranga means unlimited ocean of pastimes. Shikhi, having learned. And word simha means a lion. Sri Narsimhadeva, or according to Srila Goswami Varahadeva. The word Mahabali means magnanimous. Nijajana means other beasts for the lion. The devotee Prahlad for Narsimhadeva. The Munis headed by Brahma or the earth for Varadeva. So Lord appears here. Yahara Taranga Shiki Simha Mahabali. Why is he appearing? He is appearing. How is he appearing? With all his magnanimous power. And Nijajana Manoranje. For what is he coming? Nijajana. Nijajana. Who are the Nijajana of Krishna devotees? Manoranje. Hana Kutahali. To give pleasure to the minds of the devotees, Lord appears. Last verse. Ye ananta namer shravana sankirtane ye te mate kene nahi bole ye te jane अशेष जन्मेर बंध छिंदे सेई क्षणे अतैव वैष्णव नाचारेण कबूथाने. If we simply try to engage in the congregational chanting of the glories of Anantadeva, the dirty things in our heart accumulated during many births will immediately be washed away. Therefore, a Vaishnava never misses the opportunity to glorify Anantadeva. Just by chanting the name of Anantadeva, Balarama, Lakshmana, Sankarshana, all our vices will go away. The Bengali verses 62 to 64 are a translation of the Sanskrit verse 55. Please refer to the translation of Srimad Bhagavatam 6.1644, quoted in the purport of verse 18. The word bandha refers to dirty things in the heart of a conditioned soul. The word chinde refers to washed away. For an elaboration on the second line of the verse 63, second line, Ataiva Vaishnava Nachadena Kabutane Ashesh Janmeda Banda Chinde Si Shane. The one may refer to the translation of Srimad Bhagavatam 5.25.4, 6.16.34, 6.16.43. So what has been given here? Janma Janma Bandha automatically is cut or washed away. After giving up the offenses in the chanting of the holy names, if one somehow utters the name of Anantadeva, the knots of speculation born of the science, which are the root cause of illusory conceptions, are destroyed. As such, Vaishnavas will never attempt to disrespect Sri Anantadeva in any way. So in this, the glorification of Anantadeva has been given. Vaishnava always seeks an opportunity to glorify Anantadeva. Ananta, who is the expansion of Balaram, Sankarshana, and Balarama, who is expansion of Balarama. Balarama is the Vaibhav Prakash forms of Krishna himself that has been glorified. Okay, here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। माता जी, भगवान की संवित शक्ति के बारे में प्लीज जरा और बताइए ना।
संवित यानी ज्ञान, ज्ञान शक्ति। भगवान ही अपने बारे में जानते हैं। इसे संवित में कृष्ण ही आते हैं और बलराम भी आते हैं। भगवान को जानना है। संदिनी यानी भगवान के लिए जो भी, जैसे एग्जिस्टेंस बोलते हैं, भगवान के लिए जो भी रिक्वायरमेंट है, बलराम उसमें स्रोत है। वैसे ही भगवान के विषय में जानना है तो भगवान ही बोल सकते हैं। तो इसीलिए संवित शक्ति में भी ज्ञान शक्ति, संवित शक्ति यानी ज्ञान शक्ति, जिसमें ही भी बलराम भी आते हैं, कृष्ण भी आते हैं। इलादिनी में राधा रानी आती है। भगवान को आनंद देने की शक्ति। ऐसे भगवान की बहुत सारी शक्तियां हैं। इसमें एक शक्ति जो संदिनी शक्ति में, संदिनी शक्ति को कैसे वर्णन किया है, विशुद्ध सत्व है। संदिनी शक्ति कैसी है? विशुद्ध सत्व। ये विशुद्ध सत्व भगवान का एक अनगिनत शक्तियों में एकमात्र शक्ति है, विशुद्ध शक्ति। इस विशुद्ध शक्ति क्या स्वरूप का वर्णन किया है। विशुद्ध शक्ति कैसे है? षड गुणों से संपन्न है। संवित शक्ति भगवान की ज्ञान शक्ति, भगवान के विषय में। ठीक है,
ओके
और
माता
किसी का कोई
जी,
प्रश्न है?
दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। माता जी, विशुद्ध सत्व और शुद्ध सत्व में क्या डिफरेंस है? मतलब
वही है, शुद्ध सत्व विशुद्ध सत्व
सेम है ना? मतलब
विशेष
सेम है
रूप
ना?
से शुद्ध, ट्रांसेंडेंटल टू द सतोगुण। हमारे यहाँ जो सतोगुणा है, जो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड का जो सतोगुणा है, और जो आध्यात्मिक जगत का जो सतोगुणा है, उसमें अंतर है। हमारा जो सतोगुणा है हमें बांधता है, ये भी एक बंधन का कारण है। लेकिन शुद्ध सत्व जो है ये बंधन से विमुक्त कर देता है।
तो माता जी दोनों टर्म सेम है ना, शुद्ध सत्व और विशुद्ध सत्व? हरे कृष्ण।
और किसी का कोई प्रश्न है? तो आज वुमेन्स डे, तो क्या करोगे आप?
पार्टी।
हाँ, विच इज पार्टी?
किया मैंने।
अरे हाँ, बोलो बोलो।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरि बोल। सेल्वन श्लोका, सेल्वन श्लोका।
कृष्ण कृष्ण महाबाहु भक्तानां अभयंकर तमेको देयमानां अपवर्गो संस्कृति।
अरे वेरी गुड। हरि बोल, हरि बोल,
हरि बोल।
हरे बोल।
हरी बोल नयन मंजरी, वेरी नाइस।
पंच महानारी, पंच महानारियों का स्मरण करना चाहिए। अहल्या, टेल नयन मंजरी से। अहल्या, द्रौपदी, द्रौपदी सीता,
द्रौपदी सीता,
तारा मंडोदरी तथा
तारमण्डोदरी तथा
पंचकन्या
पंचकन्या
स्मरे नित्यं
मरिदितं
महापातकनाशिनीः, महापातकनाशिनीः, नाशिनीः। आमकुची, वेरी गुड। हरि बोल। आज सभी को ये श्लोक को बैठ करना है, पंच महानारी। तो इसका क्लास हम वर्ली में करेंगे। आज वर्ली में सेलिब्रेशन है वुमेन्स डे का। तो व्हाट टाइम प्रशांति माता जी? 11:30, right?
माता जी 11:30 माता जी।
11:30 I'll start. हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा माता जी, धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद।
माता जी,
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, हरे कृष्ण।